Good morning and welcome to our show. I am Louisa here to keep you informed and entertained. 欢迎收看 Louisa 报报，每天给你最新奇、最有趣的新闻。And at the Diamond Jubilee Festival this coming June, look for the sweet portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which is set to be created with more than 3,100 mini cakes, as each one represents a week of her reign. With that said, let's go ahead and check out the trial version, which bears a similarity of what we can expect from the massive dessert that will be made from 1,000 eggs. 英国有位蛋糕师傅计划制作一幅超过3000个小蛋糕所拼成的女王蛋糕肖像，庆祝女王 Elizabeth II 登基60周年。
Gerhard Jenner is carrying out a trial bake for possibly the most important cake of his career, a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II to celebrate the British monarch's Diamond Jubilee. Each of the more than 3,000 miniature cakes will be hand-dipped in coloured icing, creating a delectable likeness. And Jenner says it's crucial to get Her Majesty's skin tone spot on.
We've had a little bit of, not trouble I would say, but like we've noticed, for example, at the moment, her lips are quite bright and it seems slightly inappropriate for Her Majesty to have quite such bright lips. So I think we'll have to tone that down when we come to the real thing.
The trial run, made up of 500 cakes, shows the centre of the portrait. The final product will contain 1,000 eggs and 330 pounds of sugar.
To really truly appreciate a portrait, you have to be a little bit of a distance away from it.
The mini cakes will be pre-baked and then assembled on June 3rd at Battersea Park. Jenner says visitors will be able to have their cake and eat it too.
As we are planning to have a celebratory moment, maybe with a band, maybe somebody will play God Save the Queen, but she won't be saved, she will be eaten on the day.
And if the result of the test bake is anything to go by, the portrait cake should prove a sweet success.
And at the auction house in New York, the night of bidding may have been the quickest in years, but it sure brought in a great fortune regardless, with both the works of Paul Cézanne and Henri Matisse selling for $19 million apiece. 佳士得公司在纽约的拍卖会开跑，印象派大师塞尚及马蒂斯的画作都在拍卖之列，分别以$1900万卖出。
Number 5 is the first of the...
This watercolor study by French artist Paul Cézanne hasn't been seen in public in 6 decades. And at Christie's in New York, it went under the hammer for a whopping $17 million, or $19 million, including commissions. The work was long thought to be lost and is part of the artist's famed card player series. Christie's Brooke Lampley says its success is natural.
Well, Cézanne's an incredibly rare piece, and it's exciting to see a work on paper fetch such a high price, but it comes from a very important series and is in uniquely good condition.
Another top seller of the evening was this oil painting by Henri Matisse. It also changed hands for $19 million, nearly doubling its original estimate.
It was an exciting piece to work on too. I think it really speaks to the attraction in the marketplace internationally for pictures that are colorist in their focus and the vivid colors used here.
Other highlights include this small portrait by Pablo Picasso titled Le Repos, selling for a hammer price of nearly $9 million, and works by Claude Monet and Joan Miro. With sales totaling $117 million, the night was a hit for Christie's and Impressionist and modern art, with the highest sell-through rate for the auction house since 2006.
And now turning to entertainment news, the more the merrier. Together, the Avengers smashed the box office record in Hulk style, grabbing more than $200 million in bulk on its opening weekend, while surpassing the previous highest figure set by Harry Potter's finale. 本周的北美票房一如预期，由复仇者联盟拿下冠军。不过，光在北美票房居然就已经达到$2亿，打破一堆票房纪录。
The superhero team-up flick, The Avengers, topped the North American box office as expected,
However, few could have foreseen that it would gross a staggering $200.3 million at its opening weekend, breaking the all-time weekend record set by Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 at $169.2 million US. Although the highest opening day record still belongs to Potter, The Avengers has set new records in many major categories. It was the fastest movie ever to reach 100 million, 150 million, and 200 million. And it also had the highest per theater average ever for a nationwide release with $46,057 US. Through its first 3 days, The Avengers has already grossed more than other superhero movies, including Thor at 181 million, Captain America: The First Avenger at 176.6 million, and The Incredible Hulk at 134.8 million. It's still behind Iron Man and Iron Man 2, which was 318.4 million and 312.4 million respectively. The incredible opening weekend gross can be attributed to the extremely long and effective marketing effort, which began all the way back in 2008 when Nick Fury first appeared in Iron Man and later in Thor and Captain America last year. Those blockbuster hits soon serve as advertisement for the Avengers.
You have made me very desperate.
Two-time chart topper Think Like a Man fell 55% to $8 million US at number 2, bringing its total ticket sale to 73 million. The Hunger Games stayed in top 3 for the 7th straight weekend and has made $380.7 million US. It will soon pass Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2's $381 million. The Lucky One dipped 49% to an estimated 5.5 million at number 4 and has so far earned 47.9 million. The animation The Pirates Band of Misfits suffered a terrible drop to number 5, earning an additional 5.4 million on its second weekend.
And another superhero is set to take the cinemas by storm when it hits theaters this summer. And today we're giving you a sneak peek at the upcoming blockbuster, The Amazing Spider-Man, which stars Andrew Garfield as the new Spider-Man. 除了复仇者联盟，暑假档期的超级英雄电影《蜘蛛人惊奇再起》将带领观众解开蜘蛛人父母失踪之谜。今天就先带你抢先来看预告片。 New Spidey, new enemy, and new love interest. Tobey Maguire is passing the torch to Andrew Garfield, who takes on the role as Peter Parker, or better known as the Spider-Man. In The Amazing Spider-Man, the wall-crawling hero Kurt Connors, who may have something to do with the mysterious disappearance of Peter's parents.
If you're gonna steal cars, don't dress like a car thief. You a cop? You seriously think I'm a cop in a skin-tight red and blue suit? Who are you? I know it's been rough for you, Peter. I forgot all about that thing. It was your dad's.
Your father was a very secretive man, Peter.
Dr. Connors, I'm Richard Parker's son.
Your father and I were going to change the lives of millions, including mine. Extraordinary. How did you come up with this? There's a rumor of a new species in New York. It can be aggressive if threatened.
I gotta stop him, because I created him.
That's not your job.
Maybe it is.
Of New York's finest versus one guy in a unitard.
If you want the truth, Peter, come and get it.
I am issuing an arrest warrant for the masked vigilante known as Spider-Man.
I'm in trouble.
And The Amazing Spider-Man is slated for release this July. And that's it for this edition. I am Louisa Lee, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Meanwhile, stay with CTS for the latest weather update and for more top stories.